afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero Psych, Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to an exciting 1 versus 1 on Kholodny Ferma. Between the west, we got Jarl here, who keeps changing names, so I'm not entirely sure who he is, but fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, with Spearhead, Jaeger Infantry and Mobile Defense. He forms up the 15th Panzerdivision. West and east, we got SteffenBK, the BK standing apparently for Burger King. Fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Rolling out here with the 3rd Armored Division. And we got with him heavy cavalry, recon support, and armor company, and a lot of weapon rack bulletins and oriented bulletins there with cheaper weapons, well, cheaper weapon racks, and more range for the bazookas, plus cheaper grenades. So that's an interesting sort of build here Steffen's got going, but certainly indicate an overall more infantry-oriented build. Well, most American builds are to an extent infantry-oriented, but certainly in the a more upgraded sort of version, I would suppose you'd call that. Rifle moving out there. We got here Pioneers moving north, seem to be following up, and this is moving up, securing here. So in this case, the northern compartment will fall here to Steffen rather rapidly, as Jarl was not, I think, quite fast enough to sort of move up here to at least sort of slow down. We can see that SteffenBK could theoretically sort of support and sort of reinforce, but so far though he is not quite doing as much as he could there. Grenadiers around there for Jarl, Mortar on the way there for SteffenBK. So he's gonna go for an interesting slap, but well, not super interesting. I mean, some players will go for an early mortar like that, but considering this is the very early game and Jarl is here, so I think providing sort of serious threats there, it's interesting. Also looks like Jarl here is either losing attention with the manpower, or he's planning a sniper in the early game, which would certainly be an interesting move there versus the Americans. We shall see how it works out, but certainly looks like he's aiming for a sniper. I mean, he can go for it now. So, I mean, he has to go for it soon, otherwise he's just going to not wasting manpower. There you go. So, MD42 Grenadier Sniper build here for Jarl, as SteffenBK and the 3rd Armored Division continue to secure most of that. We got the mortar moving up north for anticipating, of course, most of the fighting here. A mortar to counter the machine, or at least smoke it out. It's going to, of course, be a really good choice there for SteffenBK. Though, again, most players will at least add in a 3rd rifle squad before going there. So, going to do something southwards there. He's basically a bit of a word here about the resistance here. We can, of course, cause them a bit of grief. They need to clear out that house, and there we got the mortar firing away here for America. He's basically firing around here. A quick shot there, basically. Sniper out here for Jarl. More rifle on the way there for SteffenBK. Pioneer sneaking about. MU42 shifting about as well there. And the mortars proceeding to fire around. He's repositioned the machine gun to try and maybe avoid any immediate hits there from it. Sniper grenades moving around the centre. Looks like Jarl might try and draw away Steffen attention here. We'll see what happens. Nope, Grenadier moves back here to the field point. Grenadiers moving towards the centre. Sniper creeping about there as well. More Grenadiers on the way there for Jarl. 15th Panzer Grenadiers. 4th Company. Jürgen there crawling in there, getting shot by the re-echelons. And then bouncing about quite a bit there for a dead man. So, 1 kill there for the sniper, of course, also signaling to Steffen. There is a sniper about. He might, of course, go for the Lieutenant Archer at M20, which, of course, is going to be a reasonable counter to it. There we go. Pioneers not fully reinforcing southwards, where there's a rifle squad that's going to well. We got a few hits on the sniper, no kills. Then before talking about the rifle there from the field point, mortar repositioning. Very sort of calm moments here between the two players. I mean, overall, Steffen is just securing most of the map, whereas Jarl again thinks the sniper build isn't able to quite contest as aggressively. But again, he's banking on the sniper, bleeding out Steffen to that range, just sort of slowly pushing back. So we'll have to see how it works out. But very sort of, in some ways, calm for now. But there you go. More skirmishing going on, more fighting. Rifle trying to get across next against the Grenadiers. There you go, getting a kill on them. And the Grenadiers should have a chance. Rifle moving from the south, they might not be in time. And there you go, Rifle down to just 2 members of the Grenadiers. The Grenadiers should have this now in their hand. And there we go, Rifle pushed away there. Cuff point open. Up north, the falls back, but the Grenadiers sniper coming. Got the mortar firing down there. Grenadiers mostly dodgy, except for Fritz, who was a bit too slow. Ambulance falling up there for Steffen, moving in from the south, pretty much forcing the Grenadiers to retreat, as Jarl is at least displaying some decent unit preservation there. Any prolonged fighting could end up pretty poorly for him. MD4 moving back, they does leave the northern field point open there to Jarl. Push again here from Steffen, who's going for the Lieutenant. 3rd Grenadier squad there for Jarl. Could slowly be moving towards a heavier tier 1 here for them. MD4 turning on the rifleman here, mortar moving up as well. And the South Pioneers sneaking out, and there you go, got the ambulance out there for SteffenBK, which was reinforcing, awaiting healing, awaiting medical support. And there you go, rifling northwards there. Need to get something there, got the M4 to got the snubbing up to deal with the rifleman. It's mortified down here, trying to hit the MD42, doesn't quite land a hit. And now rifleman taking from here, trying to take advantage of the pressure he's got going here. Gonna be able to flank the MG42 maybe. Doesn't quite go for it. And we got take up there as well for Jarl to 3 Grenadiers take up. Decides the MG42 and the sniper. Need to contest the fuel point a bit faster, otherwise he's going to lose it there to Steffen. Plus got more firing down there. Go fuel point around neutral, rifle push back with some casualties. And North more rifle and priming the rear in tow. Lieutenant is so far just hanging about, having a nice time in the south. Like to make a nice copy up for the other, probably a 2-2 up fast enough to begin pushing that against Steffen. Could eventually also be a flame for half tech instead. Could also burn his way there through Steffen's forces that way. Forcing up Grenadiers moving in. We got rifle in turn from the north. MG42 not able to deal with this. Very good flank there by Steffen. Sniper also needs to be careful before revealing himself. And there you go, rushing here. Grenadiers got pushed back. Rifle being flanked pretty hard, but the MG42 is being flanked harder by Steffen. Closer to getting possibly a wipe down the rifle, but ultimately not quite landing it. He can go for the 2-2 now. And certainly a fast light vehicle there could prove useful there versus Steffen, who has yet to go for anything there further from his base. No support weapons, no upgrades I think. Despite having the potential for it. There you go, rifle repulsed. Jarl, whoa, that was almost him going for another ambulance, so that would have been a bit awkward there for Steffen, but got the half track on the way. Jarl just continues to not use his light to make a nice company, begging the question of what his plan is there. Got one light machine gun up there for Jarl and his Grenadiers. Is he planning Panzer Grenadiers maybe? Hard to say. Although Steffen remains in good map control here versus Jarl. Jarl continues just to move about hither and dither, but not really I think making any some major efforts. There we go, we got a Pack 40 on the way for Jarl. Probably anticipating the half check at this stage, and Pack 40 just tends to be the best counter forward. I mean, you can go for the 2-2, but then you're going to need more of them, and a problem on a map like this is it can actually be pretty difficult to flank the half track properly. So I can very much understand why Jarl might just feel more comfortable going for the Pack 40 here if he's anticipating a half track rather than the 2-2-2. Nicely positioned MG42, catching the Lieutenant pretty bad spot, pressing immediately as he pushes southwards. And there you go, half take out for Steffen for America. Grenadiers of the... Oh, that's actually the Grenadiers. That's the Pioneers just thought ahead of that machine. Find those for a bit from the south there. Sniper fire landing some hits there. 11 kills so far. Very good. Mortar in the north. Rifle moving in. And we got the half take being rushed south as they were looked at by Steffen. Pack 40's out there for Jarl. And as we slowly approach the 10-minute mark, neither side has yet to reveal any sort of doctrinal interests. Nothing there, no Jaeger infantry, no spearhead, no mobile defense, heavy cavalry, recon support, armor company. There's just nothing there. Medic bunker up there for Jarl, at least soon enough. He's gonna need that, and there you go, rifleman sniped. Poor Bob falls over dead. And the MG42. Note, Jarl is actually using his machine gun pretty actively now, which is much better. Makes it harder for them to predict where it is, and of course just allows Jarl to more actively decide engagements, as long as of course doesn't get into a bad spot. And there you go. Both players more or less now at the more or less same time go for Doctrine. Jarl goes for mobile defense, which is certainly gotten a lot more popular here recently, and Steffen going for the ever popular heavy cavalry. Probably maybe laying down some mines here. Sandbags, there we go. Very good stuff there. Jarl's going to have to counterattack immediately. And Jarl can also soon consider going for some Ostrom, pulling on the reserves to man the front lines. There we go. 2-2 out all of a sudden now. Like to punch his B-wagon. And these snipers all healing up. The other snipers waiting. Steffen continues to remain in strong map control here versus Jarl at the moment. And Jarl is struggling to break the American stranglehold here. We shall see what he can do. Continuing it straight into the half track. And a healthy dose of 50 caliber and 30 mm fire there. Rakes the 2-2's front. Rifle flanking the Pack 40. And of course telling Steffen has one there. Gonna do something when they can here. But overall Jarl's positioning is a bit awkward. And Steffen is more than able, I think, to take advantage of that and hurt Jarl. I'm guessing at this stage Jarl is going to try and hope for a Puma fast enough to turn things around here a bit versus Steffen. Mortar firing down there. Gonna need to be careful. Sniper getting off another kill. 15 so far, in fact. Very good. Very good. Mortar there is not really doing a ton of killing, but it is doing damage. More importantly, it's making it harder there for Jarl to remain in one position for a long period of time. More pioneers there for Jarl for the 15th Panzer Grenadiers. Up north here, Grenadiers push back, Pack 40 supporting. Oh, he lost the Grenadier squad. Quite a loss there. Quite a loss there for Jarl. He can also grab the light machine. Just be careful, Steffen doesn't rush for it. And we got the second pioneer squad out there for Jarl, for Germany. And there you go, Raffen going for the M40. But he's going to be able to grab it. He's going to be able to grab it. Almost. Holy smokes. The MD4 turned out acting as bait here for Steffen, which could result in a wipe with his rifle squad. Oh, he got him. The MD4 actually got him. Holy smokes, that was pretty close. So Steffen going for more rifle. It could at this stage should just consider Rangers and upgrade with the Thompson instead of just going for another regular rifle squad, to be honest. But Steffen just seems to want more rifle, no Rangers. No Rangers. Back here healing enforcement, pioneers heading southwards there for Jarl, who continues to fight a desperate defensive fight against the 3rd Armoured Division. Ralph's going to the sniper MD42 combo again. Got the half-timing up, the Pack 40 is still theoretically nearby, also got the 222, and there you go, close to losing another rifle squad there for Steffen. Pack 40 moving up in the south, that Rasmus going, he could consider some Osttruppen. But again, at this stage, I suspect Jarl's plan right now is a Puma to help counter the half-track. And also any medium armor that Steffen could theoretically be rushing out, because Steffen's got a large amount of territory and more fuel, so medium tanks are going to be most likely to be rushed out, in which case the Puma, well handled, can also assist versus medium armor. It can't, really sort of take on a Sherman on its own. It's like the player's a really good, or the guy with the Sherman is really bad. But it can sort of help there. 300 points left over here for Jarl, looking pretty rough already, hitting the center victory point with the Grenadiers. Moments away there from a Puma, the 234-2. There we go. Puma. Los geht's. Come on, Jarl. We all know you're going for it. Even Steffen knows it. You can't hide it, Jarl. You can't hide it. But looks like he figures he might have a chance of getting the half-track and doesn't feel like he needs to call it in. But half-track gets away, and at this stage, Jarl should then strongly, I think, consider the Puma. And maybe calling in some Ostrom reserves to just help fill out the front line, since he's short of a Grenadier squad there. And he could be lucky some of the Ostrom actually get light machine guns. But so far, Jarl, he seems a bit struck by indecision. There you go, Puma out. 234-2. And it could, of course, follow up with Ostrom. Grenadier push back. Steffen, I think, is taking up. Yes, indeed. Pushing out what he can. Smoke screen down. That was the sniper. Very good move there by Steffen. Major arrives for Steffen. A major development for the 3rd Armoured Division. So, there we go. Awesome reserve summed up as well. No light machine guns is summed up for Jarl. No light machine guns. But still, he's now got 4 infantry squads out. The 2 of them are sort of lower quality infantry. Rather than moving ahead here. Slowly setting out for the fatherland. Puma there snapping away. Pioneers need to retreat probably in the south. Pioneers begins a lieutenant. Not good, not good. We got a lot of BRs up there for Steffen, by the way. Using a lot of munitions on that. Ooh, there we go. Could get the half-track there. Could get it. Ah! Half-track gets away again. Once more eludes destruction at the hands of the Wehrmacht. There's actually not a lot of serious covers. They might be able to creep up with a Puma and take it out. There we go. Gets the half-track. Sherman on the way there for Steffen. Most of them here found themselves in the fire. Some ground in the centre, some moving elsewhere. Still getting the half-track there represents a tactical victory there for Jarl, as that means there's less Steffen can sort of do to really slow him down. There's a very swift and mobile unit, so losing it does mean Jarl gets more freedom of movement on the field. Also, meanwhile, pushing through the centre, others saying suffers over the Grenadier squad. Forces in the north, they're suffering out here versus Steffen's forces. He strikes hard. Ooh. Almost losing another Grenadier squad, then another light machine gun. That'd be a bit costly. In the south, there we go, detaching to the Grenadiers. The Ostrom Pioneers joining as well here. This, I think, is going to be fight one here by Jarl. Hands down, there you go. Steffen retreats. The south is now open. Ostrom holding up against Rifleman. Mortar could get rushed in theory. Got 4 kills. And we got the Sherman out there for Steffen for the 3rd Armoured Division, America. And we got the Pinman machine gun going up there for the Sherman as well. In the south, point being secured. Seems like some of the Ostrom have diverted elsewhere. And there we go, finally secures the compartment, gets it out of Steffen's grubby American hands. No take-up yet there for Jarl. He should then consider that as soon as possible, because long term the Puma's not going to work. Not versus heavy cavalry, because we caught in the Pershing, those Pumas are going to be trash. While they can work with Shermans to a degree, they pretty much terrible versus heavy armor. Unless your opponent's absolutely awful with his heavy tank. I mean, sure, in those situations you might be able to pull it off. And there you go, successfully evicted Steffen from the north. In the south, though, Steffen is a bit more of a stubborn nature to deal with. Steffen has yet to upgrade with grenades, which is a bit funny considering he has a bulletin for it. Puma there takes right from the Sherman, pack forwarding up. There goes shot bounce from the max range off the Sherman's armour. Jarl still not taking pack forward, landing a good hit there though. Sherman down to half health. Quick rifle grenade delivered here by the Grenadier. Puma's going to need some fixing up. 2-2's going to need some fixing up. In fact, both of Jarl's vehicles here is going to need some fixing up here. Otherwise, the 15th Panzer going to be Divisions Panzeraufklärungsabteilung is going to be in a bit of a sticky situation. Back here, reinforcement healing. So I'm going to take it there for Jarl. Mortar hammering away there. Veteran T2 still. Forcing out the rifle with supreme and superior firepower. In the south, we got pilots into the rear, they're equipped with bazookas. Steffen could consider some caches then. Theoretically, so could Jarl, but Jarl really needs to take out. I mean, I hope he's not just trying to play straight for a command tank to, you know, somehow stall up for something else. I mean, some players can't get stuck with just Pumas and command tanks, and long term, that is a bit of a weak strategy, in particular if your opponent calls in heavy tanks again, where your Pumas don't work very well. Sherman are rolling away, their Grenadiers forced to fall back before the thunderous might of the Sherman tank. And the South is moving in, and looks like Jarl is in fact playing for the command tank. Yup. Hopefully doesn't fall in too much. They get into the sort of full call-in strategy, which with mobile defense can work, but it can also backfire drastically. Again, the issue in this case is basically the Pershing. While Pumas can take on most medium armor, at least recently, I mean they can't in most cases just tank it out 1-1. Again, once like the heavier stuff arrives, the Pumas lose a lot of value. So we'll see what happens here. Modifying in the Ostturben, up north commanding there, pushing back the riflemen. Landing a decent hit here with the 75mm high close rounds. Poor fellow there, and his skull caved in by a mortar round. That's what you get for wearing caps and not helmets, people. Rifleman wiped. Another loss there for Steffen. This is pretty good for Jarl to get more wipes like this, plus a BAR drop. That's a weapon there to equip the German army with. 94 to almost right up with the Sherman tank. Next, now looking at Jarl having a larger force here than Steffen, at which point Jarl really I think should try taking up now. Go for some medium armor. Some proper medium armor. Some Panzers, some Sturmgeschütz. $29 kills in the sniper, 7 going for replacement rifle. He's interesting enough, still not going for any Rangers. I kind of figured he'd go for this. I mean, earlier, a Ranger squad with Trump could have done a ton of damage to Jarl, so I'm curious as to what that is causing Steffen to, you know, not go for the Rangers, maybe, you know, some bad memories. Another pack 40 there for Jarl. He's clearly worried about Steffen's armor. In theory, I suppose this would indicate he's actually trying to stall for tier 4 all of a sudden. I mean, you can, in theory, sort of execute a strategy like this, you know, use Puma to basically, you know, cover up for tier 3 and then push for tier 4, using the command tank as well to support, but it's a bit risky to put it mildly, but you can do it. It's not one I see a lot, but I have seen it like a few times. But otherwise, I mean, going for, you know, double packs here does not make a ton of sense, I feel, for Jarl. As for Steffen, I mean, he's needs to put more pressure on the flanks. He's not too much in the centre. He's grounding himself down here against Jarl, who's focusing most of his guns here. I mean, this is just going to be a kill zone there that favours Jarl. What Steffen needs to do is, you know, try and attack where there isn't a kill zone necessarily. There you go, one Ostrom with a BAR. There you go, damaging the 222. And there you go, Sherman almost taken out here by the double packs. A thunderous wall of death from the German army. Pioneers striking off the mortar around there thanks to the virtuous aura of the command tank. Believe in Germany, you can do it! They're just firing gumdrops at you. Yeah, they are. I feel stronger, more invincible. Thank you, Command Panzer. Mortar there being assaulted by the grenade slap machine gun fire. They're doing some nasty damage. They're actually a good attempt now to push through here for the centre. I mean, right now, Steffen's centre is wide open. A good push here from Jarl with the command tanks and Pumas and other infantry. Basically breaking open, lock down the carve point, denying Steffen fuel, and force Steffen into possibly some more nasty engagement that just don't benefit Steffen at all. But right now here, though, sadly, Jarl is not pushing it. I mean, he's sort of slowly moving ahead, but I think he doesn't quite sense here that this was a great time to just push forward. He lacks that Fingerspitzgefühl, which, you know, most German commanders like Rom, you know, renowned for having, you know, this feeling of the tactical, you know, situation on the battlefield. And in this situation, Jarl basically misses out on opportunity. Just really, I think, hurt Steffen. Well, that's just that. Also, I'm hanging back by a tree. Gonna do say, oh, really bad spot. Need to retreat immediately. Oh, that's gonna be a wipe. Jarl does not retreat now. Oh, I only dropped the light machine gun. That was definitely not good unit preservation there by Jarl. That was not good unit preservation. Quite costly that too. That was a veteran 3 gun squad, and it just, you know, went down the drain there. Jarl continuing not to tag up. He really needs to get doing that soon. In particular, he's planning a tier 4 move anyways. He still has to tag up. Also, they're doing what they can with the BAR. And Steffen following up with the Jackson tank destroyer, the M36. Come on, Jarl, attack. Securing the northern victory point there with the Osttruppen. And we got grenades here for Steffen, finally. Grenades. And finally, Jarl and the 15th Panzer Grenadiers are beginning to take up. 5th Cavalry on the Ostrom, holding them back. Up north, they're a bit more skirmish. Got Reese trying to hit, ambushing Jarl's vehicle pool with a lot of bazooka fire there, but Jarl's having none of it. Germany's having none of it. Holding back the reactions there in some brutal engagements in the south. We got the nasty stuff. There's Lieutenant up close, really doing heavy damage to the grenades, but they do push them back, I think in part because they had double light machine guns. Sherman, the roads in here to try and save the day, arrives a few seconds too late. Grenadiers already on the run, and the Lieutenant is also on the run as well. Puma's not really doing a lot now here for Jarl. He's being very passive with it. Again, I feel like Jarl needs to be a bit more aggressive and needs to be careful about playing too defensively, because, I mean, he's definitely, I think, missed at least one golden opportunity to really put, you know, the thumb screws and Steffen here. There you go, Ralph and suffering help from the Puma, the 2-2, the Pioneers, everything. Jackson's up, penetrating hit on the Puma. I mean, theoretically, in the actual war, that would probably take out the Puma, since I don't think it was rated to take a 90mm armor-piercing round directly. They were, you know, armored reconnaissance cars. In fact, one reason they didn't produce a lot of Pumas was because the crews would get overconfident and use their guns against tanks, which they weren't really supposed to, which is technically what most players use them for. So, I mean, most people in the game use the Pumas. They're not using it like it's supposed to. I mean, again, probably some reconnaissance crews did it, but, you know, just saying. You're breaking German doctrine there, Jarl. Breaking German doctrine. Awesome, they're holding up inside the house. And is he planning tier 4? This is a tier 3 move anyways, but he definitely needs to get, again, moving with it fast. 2-2 there, direct hit, pack 40 opening up. They could possibly see this German taking out. Smoke screen up though. Oh, almost got it. Jackson taking a few hits. 2-2 though down. Jackson almost down. He could pursue it with a Puma, possibly take it out. There we go. went down to the pack front, supported by Puma. Quite a loss there for Steffen. Should have been more careful. She should have laid down a smoke sheen, I think, around here to just avoid the wall of death there. Anti-tank wall of death, it is. But didn't quite happen. Jarl, what is he planning? He definitely needs to get moving soon, because the longer he just waits, the more time Steffen gets to recover, rally, and counter-attack. At least now he's sort of possessing a more aggressive posting, and got the mortar too. We'll have to see if Steffen realizes he needs to try and attack from another angle or do something else, because right now he risks just bleeding himself dry and, feeding Jarl a lot of experience. Also, Jarl is actually just down to 2 infantry squads. Steffen needs to replace some of those losses. Like, he can't just operate with a 2nd Brigadier squad and an Ostrom squad. He could consider Panzergrenadiers or another Ostrom reserves. I mean, reserves would just mean more raw numbers, but the Panzergrenadiers would mean quality over quantity. I definitely think 2 infantry squads is way too little here for Jarl. The crew there taking some nasty hits. Almost got Lieutenant. Sherman moving ahead here. Puma falling back, close to Veterancy 2. Jarl just continuing to float resources. Seems like Jarl is just indecisive at the moment. Very indecisive. He's also got a ton of munitions. Like, he could be laying down a bunch of mines. Tello mines, S mines, a lot of mines that just make it a lot harder for Steffen to do what he wants to. Steffen probably going for a 50 caliber, which, considering how little infantry Jarl has at the moment, is definitely, I think, not the most amazing choice. But of course, he might think at this stage Jarl has more infantry than he actually does. Still, Jarl is, for some reason, just completely at standstill in terms of his economy. I mean, he's actually got a much larger force. He's just seemingly stopped up in the middle of the road to victory. He can't quite seem to figure out where to go from there. So that's interesting. That's definitely a good opportunity for Steffen to possibly try and turn the game around if he sort of attacks correctly. Though of course, we just bash his head into a wall against Jarl. He's just going to make it easy for Jarl to try and figure out how he wants to win. But there you go. Jarl finally doing something. He's building the support court that he could have had that out ages ago. And begin for pushing for armor ages ago. So that's definitely less efficient there by Jarl. And even then, he's still short on infantry. Push northwards, got a bazooka line around here on the ground. Sniper without getting good hit by weight. 46 kills, veteran 3. Very good there for Jarl, very good.
300 points remaining.
300 points left here for Steffen, though Jarl is down to just 231. Back here, reinforcement. There you go, Panzer on the way for Jarl. He's still got a ton of manpower. He could build fuel caches. Not munitions caches, because he's hardly lacking munitions. Oh dear, Steffen's about to lose his Sherman if he's not careful. Trying to head up behind the Hatros and sort of take some hits there. Might just wake up the Sugar Fire. There we go, almost got the command tank. Smoke pop. Shot bounced. Oh dear. He's going to try and predict where it's going to go, and didn't quite work out there. Close, but no cigar. Panzer almost done. Still no infantry for Jarl. Steffen, I think at this stage, is actually just aiming for the Pershing, which makes a sense considering, again, the Puma and everything else. Jarl would not have a lot of ways to sort of threaten a Pershing railroad, so it makes a lot of sense there for Steffen to try and play for one. In particular, since again, Jarl is taking ages to take up, and he's going for a Panther 4, not say Stube, so even trying to go for a Panther here. So, I mean, the Pershing right now is going to be really good there for Steffen. But he is following up with the Stube, which will help versus the Pershing.
We're losing a capture point.
Double LMG wielding Grenadiers. Mortar fire raining down up north there. Securing the victory point. Stepping down to 261. Jarl is very quickly catching up, and he's going for a second 50 caliber. Again, he's focusing very much on the infantry, despite this is basically where Jarl is not doing a lot of work there. Again, he's just still with 2 infantry squads there. Pioneers almost wiped out, and there we go, delivering death onto the German armies.
Heavy machine gun team.
More pioneers, but not more infantry. And also to secure the bazooka, most likely. Oh, still not laying down a ton of mines. Again, he's got a lot of munitions. But for whatever reasons, just remains, shall we say, not very keen on it. Troops enemy enforcing, showing them moving about. 14 kills, slowly approaching red 23. Come on, tank good to go. Regular Panzer Force going to need some repairs. Interesting enough, the Ostrom didn't bother with the bazooka. There you go, Lieutenant moving up. Sherman moving in. Panzer IV on his own here. But we got the double packs ready here to support the Panzer IV. At least one of the packs. The other one is more towards the centre. We got the command tank, got the Strugian bound Steffen. They're super close to the Pershing, but there's going to be some time in the meanwhile. He's going to take some heavy damage from Jarl as he now gets more aggressive again, more active. Still floats a bunch, and he's still, I feel, short on infantry. Super close to the Pershing Stuke, Panzer IV moving in there. Pretty much seizing all of Steffen's northern holdings, pushing him back, leaving only with the south and the eastern half of the centre. Movement there, telemines. He's finally beginning to lay down mines. This is good. I would say Jarl been way too slow laying down mines. Pershing out here for Steffen. Gonna be moving up straight to line of fire here, threatening death and violence upon the Americans. Ooh, nasty hit there. Takes out half the gun. This one, in fact, takes out most of the entire unit. Light machine gun dropped. So how will Jarl react to this? Attack Panthers, more Stuks, more Pumas. I mean, he could theoretically go for more Pumas here, but that'd be terrible versus the Pershing. That would be absolutely terrible. Pioneers moving up with the Pilfered Bazooka. Panther Force moving up, rifling out in the open, trying to make the way to the light machines, but they can't pick it up. Pershing hanging back. Going to tank support for the Pershing, by the way. Damage engine of both tanks, by the way. They're so bunched up, and then to tank rifle, you manage to damage the engine of both of them. That's really impressive and can happen, but it is super rare. Rifle dropping a bit on the excitement. That's the retreat. Pershing's just hanging back. They're not achieving too much. And Steffen lost the unit. Pershing shoots. Full fires the H-Rep round the unit, but misses the mark. Up north there. Still down, though. Steffen here flanking up behind, going to attack the two damaged tanks. The Pershing moves in from the north centre here. Getting the pack 40 head on as the Sherman flanks. Catching here. Jarl in the bad spot. There you go. Bypassing the pack 40 snipers. Well, troops not able to support. There we got some moving from the north here. Sherman almost down. Up maneuvering the pack. Wiping it here. Sherman's almost got one of the Panther Force, but it's about to go down. Sherman down. He got the pack 40. He almost got the Pioneers. And he got the Stuke. That was a nice move. You can see he's desperately caught in a Puma. But the problem is, again, the Puma is terrible versus the Pershing. Or at least not very good. So that's, I think, a bit of a mistake there by Jarl. Might indicate he's panicking a bit more than he should, considering his own advantage. And that Puma there could definitely be a way for Steffen to really get back into this game. But right now he needs to pull back the Pershing for repairs. Troops are healing and enforcing, and Jarl needs to lay down more mines. He's still way too short on them. Again, he's got 400 munitions. It's like lay down one telemine. He finished that, and that's it. He did, but that's it still. There's no S-mines, no additional telemines. There's so much he could be mining, but there just isn't anything happening there. 200 points left for Steffen, moving for the centre there. Jarl was, by the way, able to claim the pack 40, the Panzer up they could only 40. What? That tree just floated away. Oh, Pershing there snaps machine gun crew. Nasty hit. Rifle moving ahead, going here for the MG42, stealing it and denying it to Jarl. Nasty little steal there by Steffen. need to fix up the Pershing with only one racing squad and no vehicle crews. It's going to be a bit tricky there for Steffen and the 3rd Armoured Division. Sniper there with the 50 kill count. 51 smokes from down to protect versus sniper as he grabs the centre victory point. Very good, hitting the northern one as well. Jarl, despite again having a larger force but in some ways more firepower, he still plays, I would say, pretty passively here versus Steffen. I feel like he's a little too defensive. And part of that, of course, he's still only got 2 infantry squads. I mean, he lost the remaining Ostrom and replaced it with the Grenadiers, but still 2 infantry squads is way too little. Thwarted by 50 caliber in the south there. Nicely dug in by Steffen, who's also funding a bunch of munitions though.
Crowds are taking one of our points.
Just not nearly as much there as Jarl, who is still, you know, the crazy munitions for this match. But it is close, it is close. Got the command tank in south, they're looking for some target to deal with. Pershing moving down as well. He could ambush the command tank and leave Jarl there possibly without any affairs plans in a matter of moments. Popping smoke, but it's too late, it's not going to help. The Pershing's already, they've got the Trigger team coming up as well. Command tank down to half health. This is pretty bad there for Jarl and the German army. There you go, almost got it, almost got it. Panzer forming in, Pack forming in, Puma moving in. Command tank gets away with some almost wiped out, damaging the Pershing. Puma Grenadiers moving in there, but there you go. Puma bounces off the Pershing's armor. Pop smoke. Another hit there. Main gun out. Forcing that away, leaving only here the Pershing now deal with a Panzer IV, but with a heavily damaged engine and barely any health. There you go, eventually 2 shot bounces from the Panzer IV with the Pershing's armor. H-wrap round. Almost got it. Grenadiers landing a nice mortar round there. Mortar being pushed back here by the Pioneers and the Sniper with now 53 kills. Steffen could consider more armor now. Also need to note he has researched grenades, but I don't think we've actually seen him use any. At least I haven't noticed it. Bit awkward there for Steffen. Researches them and then doesn't end up using them. Moving ahead there, grab the centre victory point once more for America, freedom, democracy. Jarl is going for another machine gun out to replace the one lost to the armies. Source gangsters. North Gun is with the channel. We got smoking out here from SteffenBK to neutralise some of Jarl's weapons. We're just firing at him. Cut off point hit. Very good work there by Steffen. Outmaneuvering Jarl. Jarl's actually close to full pop kit, but despite again having a larger force, he wields it very defensively. Also, large chunk of it is actually now made out of Pioneers, which is great for repairing his tanks, but not necessarily super effective in certain situations. More Shermans for Steffen, as his Pershing there is getting fixed up. So what is Jarl going to do here? He's still flooding a ton of munitions. SteffenBK to a lesser degree is as well. And both players in that regard could definitely stand to use the resources a bit more efficiently.
A capture point is under attack. We can now deploy a smoke
Pioneers
screen
bringing in
on
there,
the
50
enemy.
caliber, they're sneaking up, ready to counter attack. But there we go, got the sniper waiting for him with a nice hit there, straight through the helmet.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Straight into 50 caliber in the centre, trying to claim the centre victory point up north. The infantry moving up the armour support to deal with the machine gun. Sherman almost down there for Steffen. Be a seconds away. There you go. Machine gun pushed away. In the south, machine gun they're wiped out by the 50 caliber Pioneers. They're pinned down to the ground. And the Pershing finally heads on again, northbound, to shatter the Krauts. And there goes the about to get wiped out. Annihilated by the Panzer IV. Good strike there by Jarl. Good strike. Pershing northwards and moves fast in. Engaging another command tank. Almost got it. Almost got the Pioneers as well there. Could be several devastating losses here for Jarl if he's not careful. Pioneers wiped. Almost got the command tank. And he gets away. Pack 4 lands a good hit, the penetrating the Pershing Translama up north here. Sherman pushing back the Grenadiers, almost wiping out the entire squad to her left, with only a sliver of health and faith in Germany. And that expired thanks to the Pershing. Ooh, mine went off there. Sherman with a damaged engine, but that's about it. Still alive, still operable. We should lay down some mines here, S-mines, telemines, whatever. Just lay down some mines, Jarl. Lay down some mines. Or use, counterattack tactics to help seize territory faster. It's a good ability for that, to be honest, but I feel it gets overlooked by a lot of players. Great from the Pershing, very close to the fleet. Now the Sherman all the way there for Steffen and the 3rd Armoured Division. Another hit there from the Pershing, punching through the frontal armour of the Panzer IV with ease. Now going for more Stugs, more Sturmgeschütz. Good. Sherman almost done there. Oh no, he accidentally retreated. He accidentally retreated. The crew, the Shermans left about there. If Jarl was to stumble upon, he could seize the Sherman and turn it against Steffen. Machine gun there, neutralized. Pioneers need to retreat the low on health. Very low on health. There we go. And Stephanie gets back to repair his tank to finish it and get it drowning again. I mean, that could have been really bad if Jarl spot and go, hey, it says American Panzers here. I think we're going to steal this one. Mines being laid down, very good, very good. Finally, I would also say that we really should be mining the victory points with S-mines as well. Like, just make it harder for the Jarl there to just, or Steffen to rush them. Sadly though, Jarl is still not using a lot of them, but he's at least beginning to lay down some. In fact, he's laying down a lot now. He's beginning to lay down something that approaches a minefield. Command tank versus Sherman, that's a very lopsided fight there. Eventually hit this Sherman, took the command tank down to half health. Command tank repairs. And we got another Puma out for Jarl here. Double Pumas. I mean, versus the Sherman again, nice, but versus the Persian, the Pumas will fall very short. But he's nonetheless committed to Pumas as well. A bold choice there by Jarl, a very bold choice. The Southeast Duke, Panzer moving in, almost got the Sherman. Main got engine out. There you go, crew abandoned. Dead, specifically. Sherman abandoned. Didn't hit with the command tank Stug. Sherman direct getting the Stug there. Good hit. Pack 40 supporting. Penetrating hit on the Stug. Up north, they're fine going on. There we go. Losses being inflicted. Pershing move towards the centre there. Stug, Panzer 4 falling back. Pack 40 wiped. They're going to lose the Stug. Up north, these forces don't make much progress. The 5th Cavalry Pearsons there make it hard for them to push ahead. And the Pumas there are preoccupied. Pershing moving ahead here through the centre. Almost to lose the command tank as well. Got the fit machine gun somewhere. Probably not up the north though. Guessing the sniper here with the southern one. Command tank gets out of there. 8 round fails to hit. Lucky there for Jarl versus Steffen. Another unit wiped here. Steffen getting himself some loss again here versus Jarl in the German army. Puma, Panzer avoiding southwards. Pershing up. There you go. Mine hit. Sherman almost down. Sherman almost done. We got the Pershing there still operable. But right straight to all the Pumas. Oh! Oh no! The telemine went off! Taking out the Puma, the pack, and the... Oh, be careful where you drive your stuff. Oh no! Critical hit! Oh, scheisse! Jarl, I think, was too desperate. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever seen that devastating a mine on the player's own forces. Oh my god! Always be mindful about your own mines. I think that is the best example of mind your mines. At least he's not scared from laying down more mines, but losing a Puma, a veteran 2 tank, and a Pack 40 is devastating. More Sherms out there for Steffen. Oh, sniper out in the open. Losing the northern victory point and the machine gun nets. Like, Jarl now actually has barely an infantry, can't really contest the field very well. And again, his earlier resource issues really coming back to bite him in the arse. And again, be careful where you place your mines. You should have laid down some around here and again S mines there. That would have done a ton for Jarl. And he had enough pioneers to lay down a ton of mines all over the place, which made it much harder for Steffen to move about freely. Instead, yeah, few of the mines did, I mean, some of them went off. The problem was the ones that didn't go off kind of went off anyways and hurt him a lot. And the Sherm there was abandoned by weight, but he wasn't able to claim it, so Steffen is actually able to get it back in action. Another Sherman out there. Steffen is looking, I think, triumphant here. Jarl's chances are very minimal again after that one absolutely critical mine. Sniper's got 62 kills. That's pretty good there. That's pretty good. Roughing it off. Forces pushed back. Ooh, close in on the sniper. Shots bouncing, packs firing. Pershing moving as well, bombarding at the very least. 19 kills for Veteran 3. Trying to take, I think, out that Telemine maybe, or shooting at something else. It's hard to say there. Why the Pershing just keeps shooting there. Might just been an attack ground order. And for some reason he's not paying attention to what's going on there. Sherman mortar training through the south there. 96 points to the left here for Jarl, but his old chance of getting back from this are incredibly slim. I would say this looks like GG. Another Puma out here for Jarl. Desperation has set in. Desperation has very much set in. One pack down, the other one probably about to go down in a few moments. There we go. Pershing moving up. Directed on the command tank. Almost got it. There we go. Command tank down. Crashing blow there to Jarl. And there we go. GG, game over. A brutal fight right here on Kholodny found between Jarl and SteffenBK with some nasty engagements here. Heavy loss on both sides. Casualties roughly within close to 400. In the end, I mean, I think Jarl to an extent just played too defensively at times, which is definitely not good, but also just didn't use his munitions efficiently. At times he was floating resources, could lay down a lot more mines, and then he wasn't careful around his own mines, and that really just cost him. I mean, that was just a catastrophic loss caused by sending everything across one of his own mines. Oh god. But really, I think a bunch of things that Jarl could have done better. Steffen, I think, overall played well. There were a few times where he got, I think, too eager, just kept bashing his head into a wall there, and had Jarl played better, he could easily punish Steffen and won the game. But so there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match though. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on. If you like what I do, consider donating or pledging on Patreon and thusly supporting the Propagandacast. Links in the video description. This is Imperial signing off. Back tomorrow with another exciting episode. Bye.